disco. You can dance your night away. Don't be two people, maybe fall in love, but could you save you from me?
Two, one. Let's go.
Hi everybody! I forgot to put my VTubing collar on. Also, wowee, these are ancient clips. These are from, wow, old. These are old, ancient history. Like actually, back when I was like playing Fear and shit. God, back when I had HK, yeah. Oh my god, we're gonna be playing that game again soon. Oh my god. Oh god, all of my cables are like under. I feel like I'm like a cyborg, but like shit. Oh god, okay, you know what? No, I'm taking off the headphones. This is too complicated. Lelia Goob! Thank you so much for the follow, hun. Welcome on in. How you doing? Everything is so tangled. Damn. But yeah, this Wednesday, tomorrow, actually, we're gonna be playing Dragon Quest 11 again. Oh god. Oh god, back when I was like using my IRL name and like shit. Oh my god. Wowee. Oh my god, I haven't used that name in a bit. Well, I haven't used that name on stream in a bit. Cause that is my, oh my god, this is when I played Tarkov with Sir. But yeah, I also bluntly like this intro screen better. Especially since it's just my chatting screen, but different. Hang on. Still getting situated. But yeah, today we are going to do some, if not all, of the Guild Wars 2 content I need to catch up on. Where's the buckle? There it is. Rapid fire support. SOP for jam. God, back when I like... Thank you so much for the hydrate. I'm definitely gonna drink water and not an energy drink. Thank you. Grim. Only the best 90-cent shitty water from Aldi. Definitely water, not anything else. I bet I'm just gonna randomly pop up. Yep, there I am. Ah! Ah! Oh god, I'm huge. Hi. Come on. No, not Unity. Oh, this is good. I'm already flubbing like keybinds and shit. This is gonna go amazingly. Oh, hi. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, it would help if it was like centered on my throat. Hey. What the hell? Oh, it would help if it's fucking plugged in. That would help massively, wouldn't it? Hang on. I forgot to plug in my beans. I'm gonna have to figure out a different... Wireless beans. Nope. They're wired. Fully wired. Fully operational battle Bullshit. Listen, if I could have wireless beans, I would be a happy girl. Back. Alright, you gonna behave? Ah! There we go. Wire this, shooting. What are we grabbing? No, don't clip my wires! Wait, what the fuck?
You like kissing Green, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Okay, you know what? Everybody's here. Everybody can see me. It's time to bring up the stage lights. Hi, everybody. Do you like my clip show? Oh, God, I have to... Oh, God. Ah! Ungraceful bit. There we go. Hi, sir. I mean, sir, I know you like kissing Greem, and Greem likes kissing you, so you're in luck. One whole yoke. You're grabbing the entirety. Oh, God. Come on. Arm tracker, what the fuck are you having issues with now? Come on. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, why are you losing tracking so much? Come on. Am I gonna have to open you? There we go. Alright, we'll give it a few more minutes for people to just roll in. And then we'll start. I'm actually gonna go ahead and switch it over to Guild Wars 2. Oh, cool. The fuck is Guild Wars Nightfall? I guess this arm just doesn't want to work today. I mean, mood, but... So unfortunately, I can't play the great, amazing music that is from this DLC because, well, expansion, because, I got dinged for it the one time I tried. Oh god, these are clip shows from back when I, like, tried to edit shit. What the fuck? What did I do? I'm just gonna assume I did something. Okay. I'm sorry, TV. No! My desk! There we go. Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the lounge of fried flags. Enjoy your trans blahai. I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't get dinged for it, but it got muted. So I got lucky, is what happened. Then again, I do own it on vinyl, so that might be why. Maybe. Hun. I am a sub and a brat. It's part of the bit. It's part of the bit. That's probably the brattiest thing I do on stream, to be honest, is just loudly shriek, "What did I do? I didn't do anything," when I have definitely done something. Anyway, let's boot up Guild Wars 2 before I, continue to speak. And the clip show... I swear to fucking God, why do you lock up every time? There we go. Ah! Why do you do this? OBS, I hate you! Why is this 4x3? What did I do to wrong you? Hey, at least I don't have to kill stream. I know how to do this now. I think, maybe, possibly. Docs. Chat. Hey, you know, I think that maybe I shouldn't... My brain just stopped right there. But hey, at least I didn't have to kill stream that time. No! OBS, I don't want to dock something. I'm about to dock you within an inch of your life. There, use your fucking filter. Use your fucking filter, honey. Hey, job app. No, not heathenistic cabal. I am so glad you didn't see that. Oh my god, that is my that is my polycule fucking Telegram chat. I would have been instantly banned. Oh, that would have been bad. That would have been real bad. Hey, Guild Wars 2? Are you gonna... Yeah, that would have, you would have, seen Verkayet's, interests. Let's leave it at that. And move on rapidly. Oh, hi, I'm still big. Hang on. I need to assume the proper, Guild Wars 2 gaming experience, position. God damn it. It's not gonna work. Oh, everybody look, it's Axia. The grumpy, gay char lady. $1,700 on a new monitor? What the fuck? Oh, right, I write a showbird in it. Rimpy. Mean. Will bully you. Very mean. Wait. No, stop alt-tabbing, you What do you got for me, Blackline Trading Company? Potion. Are you giving me any shit for free? No. Okay. Yo, hello? I'm pretty sure I already own that. Don't I? Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, I do. No. Stop it. Hang on. What? What about... What? 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 Hello?
Somebody hold me back. I'm gonna tear him apart. Shut up, punk.
Can you
Your days are
read the message from Rama? Okay.
Or shut your mouth.
Oh, right. I'm buying booze for my friend.
Egg.
Thank you for the egg. Did it show up or is it fucked? Because OBS has exploded just a little bit. Like, I can't even dock any of my windows. Who redeemed that? I can't see who redeemed that. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I can. Hi, Fluffy! No show? Hang on. Only sound? Oh, thanks. Guild Wars. Wait, what? Ah! This is... Notifications. I'm gonna fix it. Fresh cash.
Get up and stretch, you gremlin!
What the? I'm re-adding notification. I really need to figure out what makes it fucking crash like that. Hang on.
Oh no.
What the fuck? Let me check. Is it not gonna show up? I swear, if I have to restart OBS 20 minutes into a stream, OBS, you are actively killing
Kissing
any.
Green, don't you?
Hey chat. Hey chat, guess what? I'll see y'all in a second, as is fucking tradition.